90 minutes match against Real Madrid and Alibaba. Real Madrid felt the shock in front of the table, but the score was suddenly shortened to 2-ace. Notice the situation is not right. Ancelotti decided to drop the box on Frank Garcia and Sir instead of productivity to strengthen the defense. It's also very normal, until Vine and Sirius continue to create an eyesore image at Bonobo. Perhaps when observed in hand BA are preparing to announce overtime minutes. So Vine and Sirius did everything he could to delay. Go to the border. Just one more second or that. Toyota is no stranger with the bad habits of the striker on the Real Madrid side. So it was immediately due to the electronic change time board. From year to year. 6 minutes is crazy. There are many tantalizing meanings of Vin and Suit. For the arbitrators, while Carlo Ancelotti is trying to protect his student. Difficult to say. Raquello Rancelo means calm down. Suddenly Vinicius didn't know that. In Finance Muniz, Chris has every right to stop it. Real Madrid's right to replace him by giving you another yellow card. Plus yellow card at the beginning of the game. To form a red card. Next as. If that happens, Real Madrid will lose the title. In the match against Madrid this weekend, comes with a storm of fierce criticism. Every year that goes by, football numbers always create memorable milestones. The legends, they get older and the young players grow up. Only there, the attitude on the field of Vinicius remains unchanged. At school met Alaves. He was grossly offended in the 30th minute when trying to hang the ball into the penalty area from the left. But in the end, he was given a yellow card. Not the defender of Alaves. Because Vinicius was quick to provoke his opponent, arbitration reaction, and ask the crowd in the audience to join us. Collectively, it would be a non-sporting offense. Almost. Finding Sirius was hardly aware of what he was doing. Also in the 7th round of La Liga, striker Schoolgirl 2003 or 4 almost got a red card. If the referee Muniz Lewis was stricter. I agree there are times, because the 33-year-old referee is somewhat biased for a but he was too soft on Vinicius. In a jump-up situation, he stepped on defender Alvaro Moreno at the end of the match, a violent kick into the ball that destroys the opponent. Then, after being replaced, Vinicius and Lau on the side of the 4th arbiter, with an extremely aggressive attitude, request an explanation about increasing the overtime to 6 minutes. Images that people can't believe. Vinicius is being targeted. On the title, is the gold capital of 2.024 reasonable or talent not? On paint? Not proportional. With state, the 24-year-old striker has always lost his temper. It's becoming a pretty big barrier for itself. This player last season. To see the extraordinary in every way of Vin Group. When he led Real Madrid to Quang Bias. After 3,791 minutes of the player contributed 26 goals and 13 assists. Even the Brazilian striker is also the outstanding star in the Big Bridge. A hat-trick in the Spanish Super Cup and goals in the Champions League final. Plus the performance is on fire with 3 bad goals. After 9 appearances in every arena. This season it's almost like Vinicius is beating every opponent on the way to touch the Baronaldo. The award was presented by Frank Sport Ball magazine. Working with FIFA, it's not just achievements and titles that are enough. Most of the leagues, the votes of journalists and captains, national team, from countries in the top 100 in FIFA rankings. So that's the emotional part of the decision. The name of the player they chose is important. Then even 2 legends, Messi and Ronaldo, has also experienced a wave of title golden boycotts. Because there was a couple of years under the one thing that Messi thought. Ronaldo does not deserve the award. In the case of Vinicius, who's putting an end to the Ronaldo era. Messi has enough quality to receive the Golden Ball 2024. It's hard to say right or wrong. With players born 2000, assistant kendo coach of Real Madrid. It's the one who's been awarded the AI prize. I'm sure you would have chosen Wijnaldum instead of Vinicius. Without Kenlo's intervention, it's very possible. Vinicius has acted out of control many times this season. 3 yellow cards after 7 matches of the suit. It was never recorded as a mistake. It's all because you argued with the judge. It's all ingrained in the striker's subconscious. Remember Scanlo distinguish us. Shocking paint master. Last year Vinicius was fully protected for being the only victim. But the same thing's never going to happen about Richard. Swamiti Valia Rajigo, there is Mbappe. It only happens to the owner of a famous quote. I just want to focus on playing football. It was only recently that former Valencia president Paco asked about the incident last season. He stood squarely on the side of the home fans instead of Vinicius. Vini is a great player, but as a human being, he's nothing. Vini always complains to referees during matches. CA month about being racist, but always talk to the enemy's fans. He cried when he was insulted by that AI. And gloating when I climbed the Stylia enamel fence. Fighting with everyone, and curse Malaysia for being relegated. Actually, Viningsoot is 24 years old, but they always go into the field in a state of tipping of a player. Only 1078 years old, to even cardio Angelotti, even though you are strongly against it. Students are centrally separated, but his coach will never support. Many shallow six floating, from opposition to arbitration to offense and bad judgment, made by Viniup. Remember that Viniup grew up in Isao Gonçaro of Rio Donaldur. This is not a rich area. I had a full and happy childhood. Started playing football at the local school at the age of 6. This is one of 120 branches. Trek route of Hanoi Flamingo team. The rapid development of talent is helped Cho Minisut receive high rating from Real Madrid. And a player who didn't grow up on the street. From the slums, I'm trying to show sushi. In competition is too much, when the Viniot himself has not yet felt the passivity. With other less fortunate compatriots. It's not natural. Accept bad reputation on live broadcast. To bully young men shot in the dressing room, when the two were competing together. But actually Benjama had to endure RASAO. When I looked at the man then, not trying to compete, but only focus on the opponent's hole. It seems that the measurement is for the Viningsoot. With the title of Gold Ball 2024, it's become too much. Ichino playing the ball is inversely proportional with the ability to control the psychology of Vini. It's not me. You're arrogant. I want to score a lot of goals myself, to be number one in the world. The news is often shared. The thief punished Cho and Pape. Let the Real Madrid attack shine together. The core part when people are upset is because of SAO. Vinicius likes to make trouble for himself on the field. It's the same in the Alabeth match. It takes place in the Premier League. It is highly likely that the 2000-born player will be dethroned. It's not about the possible anymore. Even more likely, he will receive a direct red card. On attitudes to referees. More than a month away, we'll come to the Table Tennis Gala 2.024. But it's not just Real Madrid fans. Many neutral fans. They also seem to imagine a player from Royalio. He will win this noble title. Because Viningsut deserves more than any other name. But let's hope the V-League recalibrates itself. If you don't want any earthquakes on every vote to be worthy with the title of the best player in the world, after the era of Ronaldo and Messi, it's time for Vinicut to improve in every way. Symbol must be awarded for qualified SAO. But the performance hasn't made a dent yet. In the memory of the audience, hope that Viniot will soon realize. Because you're no longer at the age you need to be to collect teachings for children as well. Give up bad habits and go to the top of your career. Vinus, focus on playing. Like what you've said.